What's up? Welcome to Blockchain Tech and Finance News today. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on bell notifications to hear Blockchain Tech and Finance News. If you want to chat, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Questions, comments, general good discussion, and I'll answer accordingly. Give some shout outs as well. I'm streaming this on Twitch, Facebook, DLive TV, Trovo, the works. I've got some articles here I found interesting that I'm going to be reading today. And obviously, we got some big news again over in China. So otherwise, let's go right on into it. Cheers. So in this article here, as many probably have been hearing, this is from New York Times. Let's see if we got a writer article on here. Collapse this. I will have all of these articles and links, these article links in the description box below on the YouTube and Twitch on the recaps. The Twitch ones don't stay permanently, but the YouTube ones do on the recap episodes. So technically, this is like episode 4 on Twitch, episode 34 on YouTube. Anyways, from New York Times, from the Daily Business Briefing, China cracks down on cryptocurrency, banning all transactions. The clampdown comes as China's central bank has been testing its own digital currency, the electronic Chinese yuan. The price of Bitcoin fell as much as 7% on the news. The U.S. could run out of cash to pay its bills as early as what? Those are other articles. Other articles. China cracks down on cryptocurrency, banning all transactions. And worker in a cryptocurrency mining farm in China's southwestern province, Sichuan province. I don't know. That's a picture of this guy. Obviously, that's probably not going to be operating because they're banning on mining as well. China intensified its crackdown on cryptocurrency on Friday, declaring all financial transactions involving cryptocurrencies illegal and issuing a nationwide ban on cryptocurrency mining, the power-hungry process in which computer networks compete to solve calculations in return for newly created crypto tokens. And that only makes sense because they're rolling out, like they said earlier, the Chinese yuan in a digital cryptographic form with the blockchain underlying it, which the U.S. in speculation is going to have to do the same thing to keep up in competing with a digital currency that's government-based by the Chinese. So we'll see if we see that USD Fed coin cryptocurrency as a cryptographic currency. In a joint statement by 11 Chinese government entities, authorities vowed to work closely to punish illegal crypto mining activities to help prevent the hidden risk caused by the blind and disorderly development of the industry and to help the country achieve its carbon-reduced goals. China's central bank announced that services offering trading, order matching, token issuance, and derivatives for virtual currencies would be strictly prohibited. The bank also said that overseas crypto exchanges providing services to mainland China were illegal. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, dropped as much as 7% to around $41,100 after the notice was posted by China's central bank. China's central bank. So basically, China's banning everything, from the Dalai Lama to Bitcoin. Let's go right on into the next article here. After a little transition here again, if you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. Let's go get this next article up. I grab them on links. I don't keep all the article windows up anymore because it really kind of bogs down the network somewhat. I noticed it just seems easier rather than having a trillion tabs open. So I found this next article pretty interesting here. Let's go right into it after this transition. So this article here I found interesting and fun. This is from Gadget's NDTV, but it's been around the news cycling through. This is from Radhika. Parashar, trying to pronounce that correctly, writer for Gadgets.ndtv. Snoop Dogg reveals he is an NFT whale with collectibles worth over $17 million. Rapper Snoop Dogg revealed on Twitter that he has been collecting non-fungible token NFTs under the pseudonym Cosmo de Medici. NFTs are digital assets representing real-world objects like art, music, in-game items, and videos, among other items. According to DappRadar's portfolio estimate tool, the rapper's wallet is loaded with NFT collectibles with prices amounting to over $17 million, roughly RS 155. I don't know what that is. Using his Twitter handle for Cozomo de Medici, Snoop has been sharing detailed tips to make money from the crypto space. The 49-year-old rapper took to Twitter Thursday, September 23rd, to reveal that the Twitter handle Cozomo Medici actually belongs to him. It is interestingly noteworthy that Snoop Dogg's original Twitter handle has 19.2 million followers, but his unverified handle, crypto-focused handle, Cosmo Medici, now has nearly 50 million followers following the rapper's revelation. Snoop Dogg's NFT collection is headlined by 9 items from the Ethereum blockchain-based CryptoPunk project. News portal Decrypt.co reported his wallet has CryptoPunk's most valuable His wallet has CryptoPunk's most valuable profile picture NFTs worth around $4.6 million roughly. In addition, Snoop Dogg also owns 10 MeBits NFTs, which are 3D avatars created by CryptoPunk's maker, Larva Labs. The Countdown rapper also owns more NFTs from the generative artwork series Art Blocks, alongside NFTs from Tom Sachs, Rocket Factory. The report by Decrypt.co further added. So this is a Twitter that I imagine my first purchase of a useless JPEG would cost $2 million USD. That's the Twitter post. You can see there if you go over to Twitter. I'm not going to open it up completely. Friends, today I share the uncensored tale of how I entered the world of NFTs from 0 to 8 figures in 30 days. Grab a glass, take a seat, and hold on tight. So this is a Twitter post there. Snoop Dogg is, however, not the international celebrity to have been experimenting in the rapidly He's not the only international celebrity to have been experimenting in the rapidly expanding crypto space. NBA athlete Stephen Curry, social media influencer Jake Paul, as well as TV host Steve Harvey have been involved in collecting NFTs. In India, megastar Bachchan Amitabh became their first Bollywood biggie to jump in the NFT space. The 78-year-old legendary Bollywood actor is expected to roll out his own NFTs, including some of the most unique and exclusive artwork surrounding his identity by November this year, media reports had recently revealed. So there's other actress Sunny Leone, NFT trading collection roped in India's artists, including Sunny Shetty, Amir Ali, Mika Singh, Sidhu Moosewala, among others, to report of its marketplace. I apologize if I pronounce any of those names incorrectly. I'm trying my best. So, yeah. And I do have here, I found this actually. I was going to share this also. Again, I'll have all these articles and links in the recap on there. And if you're in the chat with me. So I found this cool little piece as well. So here's a actual NFT he was talking about, which he noted in his Medici Twitter handle. That's a preview. It's on his 3D one. So this is from Sandbox. Actually, if you all are interested in gaming, Sandbox NFTs and things on blockchain, so here it is 3D. Check out Sandbox. I'll click on the main link here on the phone on the home part and tell you about it. Or I'll go to create. We'll talk about that briefly. So this says past Snoop Dogg. This is the 3D version here. This is like an NFT here. No copies available for sale at this moment on Sandbox here. I'm not connected to the network. So you can sign in with like a MetaMask wallet. I guess you can use social, email. Web3 obviously is for using the NFTs, purchasing NFTs, trading NFTs, storing NFTs, and seeing it on Sandbox, or even games and items for that matter with the MetaMask cryptocurrency wallet. Obviously, you see I have mine right there. I'd have to log into. View 3. Idle 01. Oh, this is what's up. Oh, okay. So you put this on here. He's got his vehicle, NFT vehicle, doing a hydraulic dance right there. Right. Let me see if I can. He's got the pit bull up on the seat, spinning leaf. block above his head. What was over in the house? I saw some lights on the house or something. Yeah, he's got some lights flicking on and off in the house. Interesting. Cool. Cool stuff. You got the pit bull there. A Rottweiler. I should say Rottweiler, sorry. Looking up at Papa Snoop Dogg. All right. So that's I found that pretty cool. So if you want to grab some NFTs, I'll go over to here briefly. And you can use Sandbox. The Sandbox is a great platform. You don't need to know any coding. And the Sandbox Game Maker, craft your game coding not required tool. And this is for Windows, so you want to be using Windows on this, not Mac machines. Maybe eventually they'll have Mac based on Mac OS based. This is really cool if you want to get your children or yourself into video game creation and blockchain technology. The Sandbox is a great platform. And NFTs, as you saw, Snoop Dogg's got. He's got a Snoop Dogg Pass NFT on there. All right, with that, subscribe, turn on bell notifications to blockchain tech and finance news here on the YouTube side. Again, I'll have all these articles, like I said, in the description box on the recap that you can read at your own leisure fully and check out. I'm going to grab up this next article here and go into our transition into it. So this is from Cointelegraph. Writer Turner Wright, which has been all over the news as well. Twitter launches crypto tipping for all users. Bitcoin tips are available to send through the Lightning Network using the Strike app or by adding a BTC address directly to one's profile. Social media giant Twitter will be enabling cryptocurrency options for its tipping jar, allowing any user to pay through the platform. In a Thursday blog post, Twitter staff product manager Esther Crawford said the crypto tips feature would be available for all iOS users globally, and the platform plans to roll out options for Android in the coming weeks. The crypto option will allow users to link third-party apps, including Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, Chipper, Bandcamp, Razorpay, GoFundMe, PicPay, and Wealthsimple Cash, depending on the region, to their Twitter bios and individual tweets to receive funds. We want everyone on Twitter to have access to pathways to get paid, said Crawford. Digital currencies that encourage more people to participate in the economy and help people send each other money across borders and with as little friction as possible. Help us get there. Related, Bitcoin tipping on Twitter. So here's another little extended article. In addition to the link services, Twitter tips are available to use through the Bitcoin BTC Lightning Network. So if anyone doesn't know about the BTC Lightning Network and the Liquid Network for that matter, Liquid NFTs and Bitcoin NFTs and Bitcoin and a scalable solution. So basically cross-chaining from mainnet Bitcoin to essentially a side chain of the Bitcoin network called Bitcoin Lightning Network. And this is becoming more and more prevalent. So I've known about this for many years, but it's becoming more and more prevalent. And now we're even seeing Liquid Network, Bitcoin Liquid Network NFTs that are connected and functional with Bitcoin Lightning Network microtransactions. So we're using Bitcoin in a fast, scalable way, layer 2 protocol to the Bitcoin mainnet network. So we see side chains and scaled chains of Ethereum like Polygon and Matic and other side chains to the Ethereum network, as well as we see Binance main chain and Binance Smart Chain, which is the side chain to Binance main chain, which also has smart contract layers in there. So that's what we're seeing with the Bitcoin layer 2 scaling on Bitcoin Lightning and Liquid networks of layer 2 scaling for faster transactions and smart contracts that are Bitcoin based. Bitcoin Lightning is now adopting into the Twitter space, and I really think this is going to be the scaling of Bitcoin long term. Bitcoin's slow, sluggish, clunky, and expensive, especially with hashing algorithms and difficulties increasing or decreasing for that matter, vice versa. Long term, it only makes sense to have a Lightning Network scaling of Bitcoin. And this is what this is utilizing here. So we can move our Bitcoin from mainnet over to Lightning Network and have fast, scalable, cheapest as possible, maybe even cheaper than like things like Visa and MasterCard and faster. We'll see. But this is an active platform as well as gaming. Check out Light Night. Check out other gaming platforms on the Bitcoin Lightning Network and Liquid Network. Gaming items and characters that are used in games like kind of like Fortnite like and Light Night game, as well as CSGO, so Counter-Strike Global Offense, has their own servers that are connected to the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and we can compete against each other and see us go and win each other's Bitcoin Lightning stakes that we're playing against each other for, as well as competition events also. So furthermore, CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, had previously hinted that BTC tipping option was being developed when the social media firm revealed its tip jar concept was designed to enable platform users to reward content creators in the touch of a button. He has also discussed Square's plan to build a decentralized exchange for Bitcoin. I mean, I've heard about this before. I've talked about this on past news articles. Square's plans to enable that retail businesses through Square point of sale system can take Bitcoin in for payments and not have to have the retailer, such as a person like myself owning a business, essentially having to deal with Bitcoin dropping like $20 within the next hour or something, or going up $20 and being on a volatile market basis, that I can transfer directly into USD. So I can take the Bitcoin into my business, but I can settle it through Square's exchange platform into USD right away without any who's or ha's about it. So that's this. Twitter launches crypto tipping for all users. So we're going to be looking out for that, most definitely. Let's go right into this next article here. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. I'll be doing this live every day. I used to share the stream everywhere before I started streaming, but you know what? I'm just going to let it adapt. I'm going to see where the community grows on its own for watching this channel on the live stream sense. Let's go right into this next article after this transition. My mouth is getting kind of dry. I need some water in a little bit here, but let's go. Oh, why is that over there like that? Here we go. Was I like that the whole time? Hopefully not. Anyways, if you're in the chat side, chat with me. Let me know your thoughts, your discussions, your comments. I can see you in the chat in the live stream, or comments. I will definitely give shout outs and recaps, or answer comments on the recaps in next live streams as well. This next article, Wall Street Bets puts crypto in its crosshairs with the new subreddit Wall Street Bets Crypto. A recent development in Reddit's notorious Wall Street Bets WBS community suggests that the group's focus could be expanding to crypto assets with the new subreddit launched by what appears to be the same team of moderators. The WSB subreddit now has almost 11 million followers, while the new one over 12,000. The WSB community has risen to prominence by carrying out the GameStop short squeeze and bringing a number of hedge fund managers to their knees, and at the beginning of this year. Back in April, the idea was floated that it was time to allow discussion about crypto here on Wall Street Bets. The response was overwhelmingly positive. We had a discussion amongst us mods at the time to see if it would be something, the moderators said in a post which they unveil Wall Street Bets Crypto. Per the posts, they always kept crypto out of Wall Street Bets because it just wasn't what this community is about. But with many people trading crypto now, times have changed and crypto does seem to belong here, they said. The post's authors claim Wall Street Bets Crypto is part of the same community, same format, same things you love about Wall Street Bets run by the same people. Users' feedback have been mixed, but numerous Redditors, such as some people praise the move to separate the ongoing discussions on stock and crypto. And I kind of agree, actually, to be honest. I think mixing crypto and stocks into the same sub would be disastrous because it would be two totally different environment. Mixing the user wrote, making its own subreddit gets around all of these issues in the place and gives a place for people to discuss crypto without being drowned out by stocks, and for us to discuss stocks without being drowned out by crypto. So, yep, that's that. We got a Wall Street Bets Crypto here taking place. And I actually applied to be a moderator on their Reddit, on the subreddit there. So maybe you'll see me giving you some support or help if you're into Wall Street Bets Crypto space. So that's that article there. It's a little short piece of article. And yeah, let's go on to this next one. We got 3 more articles here. Again, if you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications here at the Blockchain Tech and Finance News. I'll be doing this triangly like every day or maybe every other day, or as best as possible, as much as I can around these same times, especially if there's important news. let's go right on to the next article here. This is from Yahoo Finance News. So, stock market as of stocks. Speaking of stocks, from Wall Street Bets talking about crypto, but want to separate stocks and crypto. Let's go on to some stock market news. Live update. Stock slip after S&P 500's best day since July. So this is Emily McCormick, a reporter and writer for Yahoo Finance. Stocks Stocks gave back gains after equity's best day since July, with some volatility returning to markets as regulatory concerns in China at least temporarily offset optimism over the U.S. economic recovery. The S&P 500 fluctuated between small gains and losses. A day earlier, stocks posted a back-to-back session of advances, with equity investors looking past concerns over China Evergrande's debt crisis, uncertainty over monetary and fiscal policy, and ongoing debates in Washington. Renewed signs of an escalating crackdown on cryptocurrencies in China sent prices of the major. Speaking of mixing in stocks and cryptocurrency, well, all right. China sent prices of the major digital. Oh, thank you. Awesome. My loving children brought some water. Appreciate that. Renewed signs of an escalating crackdown on cryptocurrencies in China sent prices of the major digital tokens tumbling Friday morning. Bitcoin BTC fell under 6 hours to hover under 41,000, while Ethereum ETH sank nearly 10% below 2,800. This came after the People's Bank of China, PBOC, issued a statement barring domestic and overseas financial institutions and payment companies from providing cryptocurrency transactions and other services in China. Earlier this week, cyclical stocks, including the industrial, energy, and financial sectors, outperformed after the Federal Reserve signaled the economic recovery has made progress toward the central bank's goals on employment and inflation. The Fed has also primed markets for its asset purchase tapering to begin as soon as November against the improving economic backdrop. It is not a surprise for me that the Fed is moving forward with the tapering. Jeff Schulz, ClearBridge chief investment strategist, told Yahoo Finance Live on Thursday, if you think about the 3-month moving average, we're at about 740,000 jobs created per month. That is stronger than anything we've ever seen pre-COVID. For the first time in a long time, markets are cheering on a marginally more hawkish Fed, he added. It's becoming clear to participants that we are moving past peak delta. You're going to see a very strong reacceleration over the next couple of quarters, and that's going to go a long way to keep earnings moving forward. The Treasury yields held on to gains from Thursday, with the benchmark 10-year yield topping 1.41% to reach its highest level since July. The move higher in yields, however, did not appear to spook equity investors, nor did it weigh heavily on some of the technology and growth stocks that had taken a hit as rates rose earlier this year. The Nasdaq posted a gain of more than 1% as of Thursday's close, according to the Mark Hafiel. I apologize for pronouncing that incorrectly. UBS Global Wealth Management's chief investment officer, given the still low Treasury yields seen during the pandemic, in statement, only a rise in real yields of more than 50 base points over 3 months would likely weigh on equity returns, particularly in emerging markets. Other pundits also pointed to the Fed's more constructive view on the recovery as a main factor helping send stocks on a late week rally. A hawkish Fed was surprisingly welcomed by equity markets as it was seen as a confirmation of continued strength and substantial growth made by the economy and recovering from the COVID shock. Anu Gagar, global investment strategist for Commonwealth Financial Network, wrote in an email, while we are far from the end of quantitative easing and near zero rates, the tide seems to be beginning to change, Gagar added. So far, the market had welcomed bad news as good news, but the market reacting to signs of an economy able to stand on its own without the monetary policy crutches in a refreshing change. So, yeah, that's that right there. Does this go on? Yeah, these are other articles continue on after this. So, stock market live news updates. Stocks slip after S&P 500's best day since July. Article here. So that's a little bit of stock news on the stock market general overall. I've got 2 tech article pieces here because I like and love like and love. Technology news. Let's go right into that after this brief transition into it. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. And we've got some followers over on, looks like Twitch. Thanks for TK447 following over on the Twitch side. I do shout outs. So if you want to subscribe, turn the bell notifications, give a follow. I appreciate it so much. That was the same article. I was meant to change over the article. So I got two tech articles here. And it just so happens, this one I found interesting because, in this day and age, extremism, violence doesn't help anything. Obviously, self-defense techniques and things of having fun and de-stressing in video gaming makes sense and is fine. But when it goes a little step further past that, that's what this article is touching upon. Extremists using video game chats to spread hate. Extremists are using mainstream video games and gaming chat platforms to spread hate. This is from the BBC. Click has found over 3 months, researchers found anti-Semitism, racism, and homophobia on platforms including DLive and Odyssey. So I don't know what Odyssey is, but I do know that right now I'm streaming on DLive. So DLive TV is a blockchain-based streaming platform. It was originally from a Lino blockchain. Lino turned it over and ceased their blockchain. And the Tron Foundation, Justin Sun, CEO of Tron Foundation, basically acquired or merged with BitTorrent, or he bought out BitTorrent, and merged it into DLive platform. So you can do the BitTorrent BTT staking cryptocurrency in DLive and earn like an APR, an APY on your staked and frozen BitTorrent BTT that you stake and freeze in DLive TV. Now, obviously, this article is saying that this is happening on DLive. I know there's a lot of international people who stream on DLive, video gaming, news, just chatting, content creation, and whatnot. But you still, whether you're on Twitch, DLive, YouTube, it doesn't really matter. You have to control your chat in moderated sense by having blocked words, blacklisted words, and whitelisted words. But among the blacklisted words, whitelisted links that people can share in your chat that's among your own community and platform that are safe. But blacklisted words and blacklisted links are ones that people can say or share in a chat that are abusive, harmful, of hate speech, violence, or what have you, and inappropriate content. So those are things that people like myself and our moderators in my community who help the chat need to put in there for blacklisting. But obviously, if it's a platform or using games, let's read more about this article and find out, because I don't condone it, obviously. Campaigners say including extremist narratives among everyday conversations can be a pathway to radicalization. These conversations then move to spaces such as private Telegram channels. Once you're in that world, then the radicalism starts to happen. Joe Mulhall of anti-fascist organization Hope Not Hate said, that's when you start to go to other meetings, the smaller groups that aren't necessarily playing games, talking about politics more explicitly. In response, Telegram told BBC News it used a combination of proactive monitoring of public spaces and user reports to remove content breaching its terms of service. DLive and Odyssey have not responded to BBC News requests for comment. And their policies cite zero tolerance against hate and violent extremism, and both say they are proactive at removing any content violating guidelines. The Call of Duty said the actions we have taken to confront racist behavior include banning players for racist and hate-oriented names, implementing new technology, and making it easier for players to report offensive in-game behavior. But the researchers also found extremism role-play scenarios within games on various platforms that let players create and share their own custom maps and environments. These include Nazi concentration camps in Uyghur detainment camp in games such as Roblox and Minecraft. See, this is why I'm always moderating Roblox and Minecraft with my children, because of things like that. Most definitely. One Roblox driving game and invited players to become a racist and simulate the murder of people belonging to ethnic minorities by running them over in a car. If your children are playing Minecraft or Roblox, or especially Roblox, definitely watch and moderate that. don't necessarily agree with the Roblox platform. These are small and not played. I mean, they do a due diligence to share carefully what's being pushed to people playing on Roblox, but it's a weird space. These are small and not played by a huge amount of people, but what they do is allow extremists to create role-playing experiences to live out radicalized fantasies online. Jacob Davey from the Institute of Strategic Dialogue said, Roblox said, we work relentlessly to ensure our platform remains safe remains a safe and civil space. And with a combination of machine learning and a team of over 2,000 moderators, we monitor for safety 24/7 to detect and swiftly act on any inappropriate content or behavior. Yeah, Minecraft said terrorist or violent extremist content is strictly forbidden by our community standards, and we take action to remove such content if it appears in our systems. But extremists may have turned to gaming spaces after social media giants increased enforcement of their rules, according to the researchers. Mr. Davies said the extreme right wing have potentially found safe harbors to broadcast their ideology or to engage in more traditional propagandizing. I heard that. The sorts of things that they would have done a few years ago on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Online gaming basically forms a means for people to connect over a shared hobby online. And this includes extremists, and a way for them to connect with like-minded individuals to socialize and ultimately form firmer social bonds, this which can be really important in terms of advancing and furthering extremist movements globally. Mr. Mulhall said, you sit at home after school and play games, so the gaming element can create a sense that it's normal, not extremist, not dangerous. The Royal United States Institute is part of a team of counter-extremism experts launching a large-scale investigation into online gaming. The defense think tank, Dr. Jessica White, said the online and chat space where moderation tends to be poor is being increasingly encroached upon by extremists, but we need to get widespread evidence of its scale. Protecting players. A government is also in talks with industry bodies to discuss steps to tackle the exploitation of gaming spaces by extremists. A representative of UKI, the UK's gaming trade body, said we use sophisticated AI, artificial intelligence moderation tools, and train community managers to build safe spaces. We also work closely with government and law enforcement to further protect players. We know the challenges we face are shared by other forms of digital entertainment, and we continue to adopt a positive and proactive approach to protecting players. And I agree with everything that entities like that are saying, most definitely, because extremists using video game chats and video games to spread hate or extremist ideologies is definitely complete bull crap. Apologies for swearing, but just don't need it. It's not helping anything in the world. So, with that being said, I have one last article here. And if you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn the bell notifications here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. I'm going to this final article here. I'll close out the stream for the day. So this article here, and again, if you're in the chat, adjust this window here. If you're in the chat, please do chat with me. Let me know what's up. Let me know how your day's going, what you think about these articles, and what you'd like to see covered here on Blockchain Tech and Finance News. So this last article I have, spying concerns fuel the market for more secure tech. So what I do is I basically do like cryptocurrency and blockchain news, finance and stock news, and technology news. It doesn't matter in which order. It doesn't necessarily have to be in that order, but that's what I'm doing here. So right now I'm doing tech news, after some stock news, and before that some blockchain and cryptocurrency news. Spying concerns fuel the market for more secure tech. So this is from the BBC News, from article writer Bernd de Bosman Jr. Apologies for pronouncing your name incorrectly. Trying my best here. People do not seem to understand that security in smartphones as one single concept simply do not exist, says Pim Donkers. Mr. Donkers is a co-founder and chief executive of Switzerland's Arma Instruments, a technology company which produces super secure communication devices. So, more than most, he is keen to warn people about the potential security weaknesses of their smartphones. Obviously, just recently we had a news article here that was about updating our OS and Apple devices because of a what was it, Pegasus, certain spyware that can compromise smartphones like the iPhone and the OS devices and operating systems. He compares a smartphone to a beehive where third parties fly in and out to trade and misuse your data that's collected through all sensors on board. A smartphone as a starting point in any secure communication solution is a lost cause. It will never happen, he warns. His profound concern about the privacy shortcomings of smartphones has been supported by a series of recent news stories, most notably revelations about the spy software known as Pegasus. Oh, there we go. A product of Israel's NSO group. In July, it emerged that Pegasus can be installed on iPhones and Android devices, allowing operators to extract messages, photos, and emails, record calls, and even secretly activate microphones and cameras. So this was patched from Apple right away. I don't know about the Android part of things. I'm sure they would, so that could not occur on iOS devices and operating systems. The ability to remove access. The ability to remotely access a phone was once considered something only a handful of countries could do, but the technology has advanced very quickly, and high-end espionage and surveillance powers are now in the hands of many countries and even individuals and small groups. With such concerns in mind, consumer interest has grown in products with security as their primary selling point, ranging from purpose-built encrypted smartphones to privacy-oriented alternatives to online search engines and maps. Some data suggests that mobile devices are particularly doubling for many people. A Pew Research Center poll show a Pew Research Center poll, I don't even know what that is. A Pew Research Center poll shows that 72% of Americans reported feeling that what they do while using their phone is being tracked by advertisers, technology firms, and or other companies. Nearly half of the people polled by Pew said that they believed that most of their online activities were tracked by the government. We're all inundated with headlines around data breaches, hacks, and other intrusions, said Larry Pang, head of business development at IoTex, which produces a security camera designed to keep data private. We are constantly learning that the corporations and governments that have promised to protect us, in fact, do things behind our backs for their own benefit. So these fears have spurred tech firms to sell mobile devices that build themselves as ultra secure. Finland's Bidium sells a phone that includes a privacy mode that disables the device's microphones, camera, and Bluetooth. However, Tero Savolainen, Bidium's vice president, sorry, I apologize if I butchered your name there, vice president warns that a mobile device is only ever as secure as the person using it. Even if you have a secure phone, it doesn't mean that you are safe if the user is not educated on how to use the device securely. Yep, makes sense. As an example, Mr. Savolainen says giving applications too much access to your device can compromise your security. Yeah, I agree there. He adds that the same can be said for having an unsecured Google account that can provide a way of cybercriminals or others to gain access to data. Silent Pocket is a U.S. Based company that produces a range of products, including wallets, laptop sleeves, and travel bags, designed to cloak devices and block wireless and radio frequency identification (RFID) signals. Wow, I should get me some of those, right? That makes sense. So check out Silent Pocket. I'm going to check that out. Copy paste. Well, the company had already been expanding for several years prior to 2020. Aaron Czar, Silent Pocket's founder and director of Disconnection, says that sales recently spiked because of the concerns over contact tracing during the COVID pandemic. People don't want to be monitored, and that's always been the case. But when it's that on the nose, and that public, people have been screaming. Other products in the privacy market are not physical at all. Zane, for example, is a product described as a privacy-protecting discovery browser for the internet. The company says Zane allows users to use a Google-style search function without being identified or having their data stored. To date, it's been downloaded by approximately 215,000 users, with the majority coming from the US, followed by the UK, Germany, and the Netherlands, and Russia. Existing approaches essentially track everything a user does when searching online, explains Dr. Michael Huth, head of the computing department at Imperial College London and Zane's co-founder and chief research officer. This is particularly obvious with products such as TikTok, where one or two interactions are enough to know the user well enough to feed them videos they like, especially ads. If you've been looking at ads and you go over to TikTok, it might show you ads that you've been looking on Google if you're on the same device, it seems. This level of tracking, predictive analysis, and behavioral modeling challenges not only your sense of control and autonomy, but our actual freedom. Zane's other co-founder and chief executive, Leif Nissen Lundbeck, says that demands for privacy are rapidly turning into a global movement. The discussion around digital privacy is often focused on what is not possible and sometimes has a certain fatalistic ring to it, he says. The dominant discourse presents privacy and technology as enemies, but it doesn't have to be this way. Advanced technology can either protect our digital privacy and give us back our autonomy along the way. Can actually protect our digital privacy and give us back our autonomy along the way. I agree with that. So that's this from the BBC News. Spying concerns fuel the market for more secure tech. Again, I will have all these articles on a link in the description box. All the links in the description box on the YouTube recap and a Twitter one. Twitter doesn't stay all the time, but the YouTube one will be permanent there. So please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. I'm your host, KinToshi. Have a great and safe day. God bless your kind hearts. Thanks for joining me on the news. I will try and keep these around 15 to 30, 45 minutes at most, depending on the amount of articles that we're reading from that I find interesting. Again, enjoy your day. Stay well. Stay safe. Cheers. Peace be with you.